Today we're going to talk about a penny stock, which I believe has the ability to double, triple in the future. We're going to talk about why I believe so, where the future is headed, and other factors involved in the stock, as well as what I'm going to do with the stock. Now, first, I'm going to give you some hints, okay? Okay, try to guess what the stock is. Now, this stock, compared to its peers, is being traded at a bargain. This stock is a small market cap company valued about 12 $112 million. It's in the fintech space. It's a Chinese stock, so you might consider it to be more risky, which is what we're going to talk about later, particularly what's going on right now with Chinese stock. It has skyrocketed this year, and I believe more growth is inevitable, and that recent drops are from people taking profits. Now, that's a bit of a teaser about what we're talking about in this video, but today we're talking about Peak Fintech Group, otherwise renamed Peak Positioning Technologies, ticker symbol PKKFF. First of all, what does this company do? And second, what logic supports this bullish thesis? Well, this company, Peak Positioning Technologies, operates a lending platform in China that matches the lending institutions to borrowers, and it earns a fee of between 1 and 4% of the value of those loans. So they're making money by matching people up. And so it's primarily targeting small micro businesses, and they realized that there's a problem matching up banks with small businesses, so they created a program that could do so. And that's the basic gist of what they do. They do other stuff, but that's their main thing. Now we're going to talk about a research paper about peak positioning technology, ticker symbol PKKFF, as I said, and the logistics behind this research paper's bullish thesis. This is a report by Zacks Investment Research, so it's pretty credible. Now, we're not going to blindly believe them, but we are going to see if their logic and numbers make sense, and I'll leave the link to the full paper in the description below. It's interesting because the numbers talked about in this paper, particularly compared to the current stock price, is pretty much the same. Now, first, we're going to talk about competition. The biggest competitor to peak positioning is a pretty formidable one, and that's Ant Financial Credit Tech. However, Peak is really focused on small companies, so they're in kind of different realms of loans, and it also doesn't compete with Ant Financial in the consumer loan space. So Ant Financial is kind of an indirect competitor, still a formidable one, and one that we have to keep our eye on, but they have slightly different views on loans. Now, for the full year in revenues, this company has been expected to reach $40 million. This is a lot of text, our main numbers right there in 2020. But there have also been reports that they will exceed that, pace to exceed 40 million year-end target, okay? But we're going to keep 40 million as a conservative estimate in calculations for the purposes of this video, when we're actually doing our calculations. There is a whole research report that I read through, and you can too, but the biggest takeaway from this report, which I believe, is the valuation of PKKFF, Peak Positioning Technologies, right now, okay? So they bring up IPO of Ants Group. And this is a lot of text, but let me just break this down for you. They estimate that while the range of price as related to revenues on margins and growth, they calculate that an average of 13.8 times 2020 estimates. We're taking the low, green dot, and the high Shopify out. So they estimated it with taking the two extremes out. And they estimated that a 13.8 multiplier would be adequate. So if we actually multiply that by peak positionings, they estimate that this stock can hit about 380 a share. So it can go up huge, okay? And they compared it to the peers in the fintech space. Wow, that's a bold claim by Zacks, but do they have the evidence to back it up? Well, after reading that report, I believe that this is on the higher end of the estimation, but their logic does make sense, and even if it gets even more close to the number, right, that means the stock doubles or triples. To be fair, Zacks also brings up risks, proving that they're not just head over heels bullish on this company. Some main ones that they bring up are loan defaults due to COVID. Loan businesses can be hurt with people defaulting. Banking industry highly regulated in China right now. They're a newcomer. They're not really profitable yet. They're a newcomer into this fintech space. There's potential dilution of shares to raise money because they're trying to expand as fast as possible, so they might sell more shares. And lastly, it's a Chinese stock. There's auditing rules, new things, new development, new news with Chinese stocks right now. You might consider it a bit risky to purchase a Chinese stock right now, which might be a reason for the price being low right now. Now, this report's super comprehensive, even bringing up the management for PKKFF. We'll just talk about the CEO in this video. So prior to joining Peak, he spent 8 years in the financial services industry with one of Canada's largest mutual fund and asset management companies. He holds an MBA in information technology from HEC Montreal and a bachelor's degree in finance from Texas Tech University. So his whole thing's about finance, and he's the CEO of this company. Just wanted to put that out there for you guys. There's also a balance sheet at the end, which you can view in the link if you want. As June 30th of this year, this company has about $34 million of assets, about $12 million in current liabilities, and about $12 million in long-term liabilities. So it's not the best balance sheet in the world, but it's much improved. So plans. What am I actually going to do with this stock? I have not actually invested in this stock yet. I've been watching it a bit, and I was waiting for it to drop a bit, and it did. On Monday, however, I plan to put about 5% of my stock portfolio in this stock. I believe in the growth of this company, but of course, there are many risks involved. However, I'm willing to go for those large gains, and I believe in this company, so I'm willing to put 5% of my stock portfolio into this company. Now, there could be a temporary drop, which is why I might not buy it on Monday, but maybe sometime the next week. But for the long term, this stock could triple, double, and I believe in this company. So put this stock into your money. Put your money into this stock now, and I think that you'll be happy in the future. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I plan to come out with more videos like this in the future. Hit that like button. It really helps out. And comment. Let me know your thoughts about peak positioning and all that stuff in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.